Hello everyone, welcome to Ina's Blue Roses, a destination for art, food and much more. Today's video I'm going to show two special recipes. This I have made on our wedding anniversary. So let's see, one is fruit custard and another one is malai kofta. Jeera rice recipe I have already posted in my channel. Those who haven't seen that video yet, I will add link in the description box below. So let's begin to make malai kofta. This is malai kofta. So these are the ingredients we needed to make this yummy tasty curry. So let's begin. These are the boiled potatoes, 3 to 4, grated paneer, onions chopped, 3 to 4 tomatoes chopped, some cashews and raisin, ginger garlic paste, cashew nuts soaked. Cream also we need. Along with this, now we need all-purpose flour or maida, corn flour. So now let's begin to cook. First I have heated one pan. To it add any oil. Better to add sunflower oil or vegetable oil. Once it's hot, we will add chopped onions to it. Here goes the chopped onions. Saute it. Add little salt to cook the onions fast. Wait until it gets translucent. Now you can see the color of onions has changed little bit. Now to it I am going to add ginger garlic paste which I have crushed freshly. So add that. This curry preparation takes little bit longer time. It will take around 50 minutes, but it's worth investing that time into the making of this curry, as it tastes heavenly. So on special occasions you can try making this. Now here goes chopped tomatoes. Add chopped tomatoes according to the tanginess. If tanginess is less, add more tomatoes. That you can adjust according to your taste. Now close the lid and cover and cook for some time. We have to cook until this gets mushy, so wait until then. Now here goes the soaked cashew nuts. Cashew nuts makes the gravy thicker and creamy, so try to add the soaked cashew nuts along with this. Saute everything and cook until everything gets mushy. Now you can see it has cooked properly. Now we will switch off the gas. Now it's ready. So I am switching off the flame and take out this mixture into the mixer jar. Once it's cooled completely, we have to grind this into a fine paste. We can filter it also. Here I am not filtering. I feel it's better to use like this. So let's make kofta for this curry. I have peeled the skin of the boiled potatoes. Now first we are going to mash these potatoes. Coriander leaves we need. Along with this you can add green chilies chopped also. Here, as I am giving to my son, I am not using chopped green chilies. Mash potatoes well. Then along with the mashed potatoes I am adding grated paneer. Here this kofta I am not going to deep fry. Let's see how I am making this. I am making this in a healthy way. So watch until end of the video to know how to make that. Now add coriander leaves finely chopped. Mix everything thoroughly. Now here goes some cashews and raisins just to add some crunchiness to the kofta. Like this we can make some special dishes which your loved ones love and make a candlelight dinner special inside your home itself. Now 2 to 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour. If you are deep frying these koftas, you have to make sure that the koftas are moisture free. So add flour and corn flour according to that. So here I am adding 1 tablespoon corn flour also along with this all purpose flour. Mix it until it holds shape. So here goes the corn flour. Mix everything thoroughly and let's make the koftas. Add more corn flour and all purpose flour if you are deep frying. Here I am not going to deep fry these koftas. So until this texture is fine. So now it's ready. Let's make this in ape pan. This is what I told. I am not going to deep fry. In this ape pan, you can try making these koftas. In this ape pan, we can drizzle some oil over this koftas and you will get cooked properly. So these are the koftas. Drizzle some oil and you will get that golden brown color. Wait until all part of this koftas gets cooked properly. Turn it around and get that nice color to the koftas. Put the flame in low so that the inner part of the koftas also gets cooked nicely. Already we have added mashed cooked potatoes, so it's fine, just that color is enough. Now take it out, it's ready. Now the koftas are ready. Let's start making the curry. Heat a pan. Into the pan I am going to add butter. Here goes butter. Along with butter, if you want, you can add oil also. Now once it's hot, I am adding 1 cinnamon stick. Adding cinnamon stick gives a special flavor to the kofta. Now here goes some cumin seeds. Once it sizzles, we are going to add the grounded onion tomato paste. Add the onion tomato paste which we have grounded already and cook until it releases oil. Don't add more spices to this curry. You can make this on special occasions. Here I have choose anniversary to make this. Like that, some birthday parties or anything, you can try it out. Now here goes a little turmeric powder. Mix everything thoroughly. Now to it I am adding little red chili powder also. Now you can see it has thickened and started oozing out the oil. Now you can add salt also at this stage and adjust the salt according to your taste. Now it's done. So to it, now I am going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of malai or cream, cooking cream. Add cooking cream, it adds the richness and flavor to the curry. As the name suggests, malai kofta. So without malai, this dish is incomplete. Now to it, let's add water. Adjust the salt at this stage as we are adding water and malai. So mix everything. Now add water according to your gravy requirement. As we have added cashew nuts, it will give the thick consistency to the curry. Now here goes some drizzle of cream or malai. I have added some more water as it's more thicker. As it gets cooked, it will be more thicker. So now it's done. Once it's done, switch off the flame, and just before serving you can add koftas to it. Now the yummy kofta, malai kofta is ready. Now let's make our dessert, fruit custard. This is such an easy peasy recipe. So to make fruit custard, you can take fruits of your choice. Here I have taken chopped apple, pomegranate and some raisin. Full fat milk we need and sugar. This is a custard powder which is unflavored. This is the custard powder here I am using. Now milk, which I am taking 2 cups. For 2 cups of milk I am adding 1/4 cup of sugar. Measure everything in the same cup. So here it goes, 1/4 cup sugar. Now to it I am adding 2 cups of milk. Here I am making for 2 persons. Now take out some milk and 3 tablespoon custard powder. Milk we need cold milk, not hot milk. So this is little bowl milk is to mix the custard powder. So let's begin to make. Heat one heavy bottomed pan. Here goes 2 cups of milk. We need to boil the milk. Wait until it gets boiled. In the meanwhile, we can mix the custard powder along with the cold milk. Mix until it gets mixes properly, otherwise lumps will form. You can strain this in a strainer to avoid the lumps. Now it's lumps free. While adding custard powder mixed with milk, we have to switch off the flame and add, otherwise it gets to settle under the bottom of the pan. So the milk started boiling. Now let's switch off the flame and then add the mixture which we have kept ready by adding 3 tablespoons of custard powder and milk. Even though our all days are special when we are with our loved ones, still there are some good old memories which we cherish. So on such occasions, food is a main part of our enjoyment and a self-treat. So let's make such yummy foods on special days and cherish it. So here goes, our milk has boiled. Now here I am adding the custard mixture which I have mixed along with the cold milk. Keep stirring and add, otherwise lumps may form. Now to it, switch off the flame and add. Make sure to switch off the flame and add the custard mix. Now along with it I am adding sugar. We have to cook it until it gets thickened. So here now I am adding little vanilla essence to it just to give some flavor. Stir everything and wait until it gets thickened. It will take around 20 minutes. See, you can see the color of the milk has changed. While stirring, you can feel the difference. When it gets thickened, you can feel it while stirring. So now it's almost done. See the difference, you can see, I think. Put the flame in low and cook everything. Make sure to stir. So we'll see once it's cooked. Now you can see the difference. It has thickened properly. So now let's remove it from the flame. Switch off the flame and remove it in a bowl. Here I am pouring it into this bowl, and make sure to cover it and keep outside until it gets cool. Then we will transfer it to refrigerator by adding fruits. So let's cover this. Now wait until now it's ready. You can see the thick consistency of this custard. Now it started thickening. So now to along with this we will add chopped fruits. See the beautiful pale yellow color which it has come nicely. Now to it I am going to add the chopped fruits. Just before serving fruit custard also you can add fruits. So here goes all the fruits. Take fruits of your choice. Now after this I am going to keep this in refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours. Try this recipe and enjoy with your loved ones, and give your feedbacks in the comment section below. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and share with your friends as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to Veena's Blue Roses for more such videos. Remember to press the bell so that as and when I post new videos, you will get notified.